Welcome everyone to this week's Home-Based STEM Challenge. I'm Miss Sharon and we are going to be creating a cantilever this week for our challenge. I want to introduce you to cantilevers. Um, you may or may not know what a cantilever is, but it is a long stick or beam that is attached at one end to a structure such as a wall or a column. Cantilevers are really useful in buildings, bridges, playgrounds, or even our own bodies. Your arms can be used as cantilevers. Other examples of cantilevers are the wings of a plane, or the diving board of a swimming pool, or a shelf in your home. Look around you. How many cantilevers can you find in your house? Cantilevers can hold heavy objects, but it depends on what the cantilever is made of, how long it is, and how heavy and sturdy the base is. Choosing the right material for a cantilever is important. If the material is too soft or flexible, the cantilever can easily bend down far when it carries or holds a mass, and that is called deflection. If the material is too stiff and rigid, the cantilever could snap and break. Every material has a maximum load or amount that it can carry before deflecting. Short cantilevers are more stable than long cantilevers. This is because as a cantilever gets longer and longer, the force of gravity pulling down on the lever is more affected than a shorter cantilever. Think about where the fulcrum or the center of a long lever needs to be placed in order to lift a heavy object. Your goal for this design challenge is to make the longest and strongest cantilever you can. You want to make sure that your design can hold at least 5 marbles, at least 12 inches away from the cantilever base. Now, that may or may not work. That's the challenge, but you may find that you can only make it work 10 inches or 8 inches, but try to make it 12 inches. Try to change the properties of your cantilever to see if you could get it to where it would work 12 inches away. Let's go ahead and watch our inspiration video. This will explain a little more about what I just told you. So let's go ahead and watch this.
Cantilevers are all around us. They are very simple, but so useful. They help hold things up in the air and are used in lots of construction projects. Have you ever used a lever like a seesaw or scissors? Well, a cantilever is like a lever, but the fulcrum or point where it's supported is at the end of the lever instead of the middle. The cantilever is used to support heavy things rather than lift or move them. Look around you. How many cantilevers can you spot? Sofia Puerto, a civil engineer, can tell us all about them.
Cantilevers are a type of structure that are only attached to one end. You could actually make your arm work as a cantilever. If you extend your arm forward or sideways, it is still attached to your body, but the other end where your hand is at, it's ready to hold things, right?
Try it yourself. What kind of things can you hold? What is the heaviest thing you can hold without bending your elbow? So, what are cantilevers actually used for?
So in buildings, for example, cantilevers are used in balconies. But in roadway projects, cantilevers can be used in light posts, for example. So basically, cantilevers could be used in any type of project.
How do you make sure the cantilevers are doing their job? Well, we know a cantilever is working when it is holding things up. When it is not working, the cantilever starts to bend or deflect. The weight or load of what the cantilever is holding can't be supported by the cantilever. Sophia can show us how this works.
I'm going to demonstrate what bending is with a card and 2 paper clips I found around the office. First, I'm going to hold my card as a cantilever by grabbing it in one end and lever the other end free. If I grab my small paper clip and attach it to the end, my cantilever actually works pretty well. It's not bending. Now, if I attach to the end a bigger paper clip, it actually bends a lot. So my cantilever stopped working right.
But how do we fix this problem if the cantilever stops working? Let's check back with Sophia.
Now, what would happen if I root rotate my card 90 degrees and grabbed it from the other end. If I attached a bigger paper clip that previously was causing so much bending to the free end of this new cantilever, my cantilever actually works pretty well. So how well a cantilever works also depends on how long it is. Therefore, the engineer has to find the perfect equilibrium between the geometry of the cantilever and how much weight it is holding to not have any bending.
Start building your own cantilever on Curiosity Machine. How much weight will you be able to hold?
Okay, so that was a good introduction. So now we're going to view the challenge. Just might give you some, this will give you an example, might give you some more ideas on possible materials you could use or ways you could build your cantilever. So let's go ahead and view the challenge. Okay, so they use straws for their cantilever. Some other materials might be popsicle sticks or spaghetti, or you may can think of something else. You may want to use the actual ruler as your cantilever. You may want to use, I don't know, whatever you can find, a 2x4 or something else a stick from a tree or in your yard. You may decide to use something completely different, and that's what we want to encourage you to do. We hope that when you build your cantilever that you will upload pictures right here. You just hit the plus sign and add your pictures there. We'd love to hear from you. And we hope you enjoy this. And we hope that it allows you and causes you to notice cantilevers around you in your world. And that if you enjoy this, that you know that you could have a future career as a civil engineer or a career in construction. These are all to help you kind of think about those things as you are creating. So enjoy this week's challenge, and until next time, we will see you later and hope that you add your pictures. Thank you.